Hey, and welcome to the Developer Marketing Alliance channel. Today we're going to take a deep dive into developer marketing, its benefits, best practices, challenges, and how to make the most of your developer audience. So, what is developer marketing? It's really all about the techniques and strategies used to raise awareness, drive adoption, and boost the championing of SaaS platforms and tech solutions with developers. It differs from other marketing approaches because it specifically targets the developer persona. One thing to remember is that the developer audience is generally resistant to traditional marketing strategies. So the real art of developer-centric marketing is about avoiding the hard sell, and instead focusing on helping developers solve their problems and educating them about your product. Developers have a great degree of influence over their company's tech purchases. And with global IT spending expected to hit $1.5 trillion by 2024, it's clear developer marketing should be top of mind. Marketing to developers can also boost your product adoption rates because you're creating targeted marketing campaigns that will help you get more developers using your product, building apps, and talking to other developers about it. By engaging with developers effectively, you're also likely to increase the longevity of your product, cut design and development costs, and get valuable, insightful feedback by leveraging the community. So, how can you effectively market to developers? Let's break down the top 10 best practices you should be looking to adopt. Number 1, effective messaging and communication. Be clear and concise in your messaging. As a persona, developers are factual, technologically minded, and tend to appreciate conversation that's straight to the point and without any fluff. 2, open source as a marketing strategy. By opening your product code or product to developers, you can quickly get feedback that allows you to improve it and find if there's anything that's missing from your offerings, such as a tutorial, key documentation, or an important feature. They'll let you know. Number 3, simply be available. Make sure you're available to answer developers' questions in a timely manner. If you're able to do so, they're more likely to be satisfied with the community you're building, and a result will be more engaged. Number 4, understand the API basics. If you don't have a technical background, consider learning more about tech to better understand your audience and what they're looking for, as well as how to attract and engage it. Number 5, ensure devs are actually looking for your product. Know what developers want before you commit to a new product and find out if they already have a solution to the problem you're trying to solve. This will save you time, money, and effort. So survey your audience and perform market research before you do anything else. Number 6, make it easy for devs. Having barriers to access around your product is the fastest way to get a developer to give up using it. So make sure it's accessible and as easy to use as possible. Number 7, choose education, not the sell. Developers don't like being sold to. Your goal should be to provide the information they need, such as the benefits of your product and the necessary documentation. Developers also prefer to get hands-on and explore the product themselves, rather than having to ask someone about a feature and then wait to get an answer back. Number 8, offer freebies. This makes it easier for developers to decide whether or not your product is a good fit for them. You want them to try it out, but they likely won't if they have to pay money for an unknown feature or product. So by providing your product for free, a 7-day trial for example, you have a much higher chance of convincing developers to try it out. Number 9, focus on community. In developer communities, you can get the support you need for your product in the form of feedback, beta testers, and advocates. You're able to ask questions and get a quick answer, get your product to market faster, and so much more. And finally, add value to developers. The one thing you should never forget is that you need to provide value to developers at every turn. Create documentation and build tutorials that will help them get the most out of your product. But there are also several challenges to keep in mind when marketing to developers. The first is that traditional marketing generally doesn't work on a developer audience. You have to think like a developer, find out which websites your target audience spends their time on, and which communities they join and how they like being talked to. It's also vital that you take the time to understand your audience's unique pain points. Being unaware of what makes your developer audience tick is a huge downside. You won't know what they need and what they're looking for. You won't know how best to communicate with them and how to keep them engaged. And this will have a negative impact on your wider marketing efforts. By creating personas and understanding developers' pain points, you can develop more targeted messaging and positioning for your product in a more advantageous way. Getting your message across and getting it right is just as important. This is a lot easier when you know your audience and what they're searching for. However, it can be challenging when you're not entirely sure which problems your audience segment has. This might sound paradoxical, but it's important that you don't sell your product when engaging with developers. This can be hard because product and developer marketers naturally want to sell. But while this is the end goal, the journey to get there should be tailored to a developer audience. Developers like facts, and they like to get their hands on a software tool to play around with its functionalities and better understand how it works before making a decision. You can offer a demo, educate them on what you're offering, provide key information that they can use to make the most of your features. Remember to take it slow. Let developers explore your product at their own pace. So that's developer marketing in a nutshell. It's not about flashy ads, it's about building relationships and trust, speaking the language of developers and meeting them where they are. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. And for even more helpful resources on developer marketing, why not visit our website, developermarketing.io, where you'll find a bunch of templates, frameworks, guides, reports, and other exclusive content to help you enhance your knowledge. Thanks for watching and see you next time.